You are listening to the Awake Athlete Podcast. I'm Jessica Mikowski, endurance athlete and mindset coach, here to share with you perspectives and contemplations from a 10,000-foot view of life. You guys, welcome back to Season 2 of the Awake Athlete Podcast. Super psyched to share what is already flowing through me for this season. And I have to tell you, it's kind of hard to believe, but then again, it's not hard to believe because Season 2 has come in so strong and I'm already taking notes for Season 3. It's just insane. So here we are. It's happening. This is the season opener. Thank you so much for coming back for more. Thank you for all of your feedback. It's fuel for me. It's fuel for me to continue to keep going, because I'm telling you, as we awaken, the path gets narrow, more narrow, and the challenges get bigger. Yes, they get bigger. And you look to your left and you look to your right and you look at the other paths and you see that people are hugging and they're partying and they're having this great time and they're riding the highs and lows, and you feel like you're all alone, but you're not. There's many doors in, there's only one door out. And everyone's going to get on this path at some point. It's what we are here to do. That is my belief. So already in this season, take what resonates, leave the rest. But there is no way that going through this life more awake is not going to positively affect your training, your racing, your performance, your ability to see your dreams, to set your goals, and to reach them with more ease. This hard work, everything has to be hard. This is this old world conditioning. And I'm not saying lay on the couch, kick back. You have to take the first step. The universe helps those who help themselves. But what we need to do is take all the burden off our shoulders, because we are co-creators. And in fact, we're not the doer. The doer is that energy that creates worlds that's coursing through our veins right now. So, what are we? A couple minutes in? Am I already off the rails? Well, I think it's a good preview to this season because I'm not here to hold back. I work with a teacher for the last decade who reminds me constantly, never hold back, Jess. Always on the edge. We're here to live on the edge. We're here to wake up. We're here to see truth. We are here to look at and overcome limitations, resistance, and ultimately these mental preferences of I like this, I don't like this. All of that's keeping us small and safe. So this is much easier said than done, right? Because really what we're talking about here is detachment, doing the work for the sake of the work, right? The journey that we all talk about, the journey, the process, not the finish line. What happens between setting the goal and crossing the finish line? Right in there is where we have the power to live with more ease and to lay down our arms of fighting everything that we see in this life that we don't like. Perhaps the ultimate goal of the Awake Athlete, besides enlightenment, right? But a prerequisite to that is to experience the world as it is, without judgment. And that includes us, right? To experience ourselves as we are, to see where we are, to see how we're moving through the world, to see what our relationship is to the hard workouts, to the easy workouts. Are we going too hard on the easy days? Are we passing people on the bike when we know we shouldn't be because it's going to crush us on the run? Are we going out too hard because the ego says, for whatever reason, is perpetuating the story that we are not good enough or somebody else has to lose so we can win? And then we sacrifice finishing strong at the end of something, right? These are all things that are telling us that the mind is in control and the athlete is not. So yes, much easier said than done, but that is what Awake Athlete is for. We're here to wake up. We're here to recondition the conditioned mind, to detach from the fruits of our labor, right? To what we think the finish line is going to bring us and realize that all of that is right here, right now. And to train the mind to rest in the present moment, where our greatest self resides. And with that, our greatest training sessions, our greatest race performances, to live as the deliberate creators we were meant to discover. So here we are, season 2, episode 1. I'm back in the closet. And not only are there a few more things hanging in here, which I actually believe is helping with the sound quality, but I've recently been gifted a beanie hat with a lamp on the front of it. Now, it's not a lamp that I'm going to wear out on the trail because I am no rookie when it comes to lumens. I like about 750 as my minimum, and this baby's got about 100. So it's also known as the Night Scout hat. Here's the story behind it, and it's a little story to remind us that we're always provided for, and that the universe will sometimes give us exactly what we need to get over that resistance, and that is the case of this Night Scout hat. So I was having resistance in getting this season started, despite that the episodes were just dropping me. I just kept running to my journal, like, write this down, write this down, write this down. I was getting all this inspiration and information. It was flowing to me at like increasing rates. Like the universe was like, I'm going to keep dumping this until you get off your butt and get in that closet. But sometime after season 1 was completed, the light bulb in my podcast closet went out, and I had this like belief that grew from my conditioned mind, which holds all of my limitation, is that I couldn't start season 2 until the light bulb was replaced. And it was a perfect excuse to keep me safe and small. But the episodes kept coming in strong. My teacher kept telling me to live on the edge, to never hold back. Everything got stronger and stronger. And I knew I had to stop forgetting to go buy the light bulb, because I kept forgetting to buy the light bulb. And what is that? That's this really hidden subconscious pattern that says, no, we are too scared to put this out there. So the holidays came, and my mom sent us presents. She always does. She's so amazing. And one of those presents was this Night Scout hat. And I just knew as soon as I opened it, I was like, oh my God, it's totally the universe saying, get over yourself. Here's the light. Now get in there and start recording. So here I am with my 100 lumen hat, and it could not be more perfect for the tranquil mood that is necessary for season 2 to move through, because I got to be calm. Because some of the stuff that comes out of my mouth, I'm like, oh my God, nobody's going to listen. They've already turned it off. They're not listening. And I think this story just, for me, it just reminds me that we're always provided for, right? Like everything is for us, you guys. Life is not against us. It loves us. It's for us. All of it. The crappy races, the injuries, the doubt, the joys, the personal bests, the dream come true experiences, it's all for us to embrace equally. It's the meaning that we give it that determines our state of being. And without checking in on the thoughts that we're indulging, actions we're taking, and words that we're speaking, we're living from past behaviors. We are being kept on the road to nowhere. We are living from past experiences, patterns, and beliefs. The conditioned mind left unchecked will wreak havoc on our lives by, like I said, keeping us on the road to nowhere. We'll just keep repeating the same cycles, the same relationships, the same race performances, the same pace. And I talked about this in season 1, episode 10, which was entitled Future Pain is Avoidable. So you have to revisit that episode if it's not fresh in your mind, and perhaps the entire season, because season 1 really gives you all the base tools. And the baseline for all the tools, for all mind mastery, is present moment awareness. It's a state of timelessness where the ego cannot exist. That's what I want. I don't know. Maybe this is too much. I've had a lot of coffee this morning. Are you still with me? All right, good. Let's keep going. So let's bring it back. Let's bring it back to how we can be fully present. And the breath is the perfect tool for attaining this state of awareness, because the breath is always happening now. And so starting with just one conscious breath a day holds the power to transform everything that is holding you back. So contemplate this. control the breath, control the thought, control the thought, control the mind. So my teacher said this to me not too long ago, maybe a couple months ago, and I journaled about it. So I'm going to share that with you. So as we slow the breath, we control the breath. And as we slow the breath and concentrate the mind, because we're concentrating the mind on the breath, we slow our internal rhythm while we're taming the monkey in our minds. And as we slow, we automatically open to more pauses, the spaces between our thoughts, a gradual and perhaps slight but always profound space for a new view.